This is going to be interesting now. This is the actual first border that I've come to, because everywhere else is open borders. Coming into Hungary from Austria, there's an open border, nobody stops you. But now I'm going into Serbia, so this is now the border out of Hungary. It's the first bit they're going to check up on. I had a nightmare getting into Serbia last time, but I did go into Serbia from Bosnia, and I'm working on the basis that was probably a more difficult crossing, because they don't like the Bosnians, but I don't know. I have no idea. I was actually strip searched here last time going into Serbia, so I'm hoping that's not going to happen again. That's quite interesting with my passport as well, because I got my passport stamped now, obviously from previous visits. I was here in June to Serbia, and that can either go against you or it can go for you. They can either be quite relaxed and think, well, this guy, whatever his reasons are, he's touring around and he likes Serbia and we've let him in before and we haven't had any problems, so they get all very relaxed. Or, failing that, they can be quite the opposite. They can actually start being very suspicious. I mean, they're searching every single car that's going through at the moment, which is a little bit bizarre, because this is just coming out of Hungary. You know, normally it's relatively straightforward to get out of a country. It's one of the issues with me going into Iraq, by the way, is getting back out of it. That doesn't mean that they don't want to let you go. It's just purely and simply that there's a lot of paperwork and issues around why you're there and so on and so forth. Anyway, we're about to go through, so we're going to find out now. They're letting me out anyway. And so the nightmare begins. Because I've just been told now it's about an hour's wait. Which, to be honest, it could be worse, but nevertheless, in this heat, I've got no shade and no ability to shade. I'll just fry for the next hour. You're not allowed to get off the bike. People aren't allowed to get out of their cars. So, okay, if they've got air conditioning, fine, but if they haven't, which most of them haven't, their old cars, then they're just frying in there like I am. Super. It happens, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on between these borders, so you've got to respect the fact that there are problems. But I don't know, I mean, I can see up front there. In fact, if I spin that round, you'll be able to see that there should be 5 lanes and they've just got one open. And we're just not going anywhere. So one of the truckers has just said to me now, he's been here for 5 hours, but they're always, the poor trucker guys are just, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But he's just said now it's a minimum of an hour. So there you go. Could be raining. It is hot though, and I don't really want to get burned. But there we go. Gonna need to buy a hat. Can't wear my helmet because, oh, excuse me, too hot in that. But I need a hat to actually shade myself a bit anyway. There we go. Speak later. Fingers crossed that it all goes straight forward. you. Wow. Just no comments here. Oh my goodness me. That was the easiest thing in the whole wide world. Okay, I had to wait just over an hour, but in that brief second when I couldn't talk because I'm not supposed to be filming, that was into Serbia. He didn't check anything. He just looked at my passport and just said, in you come, and I'm in Serbia. Woo-hoo-hoo! Ace. So I didn't need any documentation this time. Wow. That's a pleasant surprise. Okay, so Serbia, here I am. Let's not mess around. Don't want to get them upset.